Hey Quinn, pack your things and get out of my house right now. My future wife is moving in, and she's going to stay here with me. My dream is finally coming true.
What on earth are you saying, Luke? Are you completely out of your mind? I am your wife, and we've been married for 3 years.
No, Quinn. I have never been more clear-headed in my life. I mean, I want an immediate divorce and I want you out of my life.
Why? Why do you suddenly want a divorce? Don't we have a very happy marriage? Is this some kind of joke? Oh, I've seen this show before. You're on a hidden camera show, right?
What? Are you insane? I don't have the time to joke with you. I want to divorce you. I want you out of my life because I found the true love of my life.
So, you've had an affair, and now you want to discard me like trash to marry that woman? How can you be so heartless? You once claimed that I was the only love of your life. How can you change so abruptly? Luke, if there's something about me that you don't like, just tell me, and we can work it out. We can be as happy together as we used to be, can't we?
Well, maybe you're right. If something isn't right, we should try fixing it instead of throwing it away, right?
Exactly. Please, just tell me what it is that you don't like, and we'll find a way to resolve it together.
Let me think. Actually, everything is fine. There's only one thing that needs to change in this relationship.
What is it, Luke? Tell me.
It's you. Marrying you was the biggest mistake of my life. No matter how hard you try to change, you can never compare to my future wife. I'm so fortunate that she came into my life and rescued me from this wretched marriage with a pathetic wife like you.
How can you spew such venomous words about the woman who has stood by your side for 3 years? What does she have that's better than me?
Do you not feel an ounce of shame asking me that? Take a good look at yourself before comparing yourself to my lover. She is perfection in every sense. While you dress like an elderly woman, she always dons the latest limited collection. While she's delightful and sweet to talk to, you're constantly furious about everything I say, nagging me incessantly because I don't come home to assist you with the household chores.
But does she truly know your preferences? Does she know your favorite dish is the pasta I make? Does she know your preferred clothing brands? Does she know that you enjoy black coffee with a single sugar cube?
Oh, do you genuinely believe that they are truly my preferences? No, not at all. I never enjoyed any of those things. And it was all because I had no other choice. I claimed your pasta was my favorite because it was the least terrible among the horrid dishes you served me daily. I detested wearing the clothes you bought because they were made of cheap fabric that wrinkled with the slightest of touch. And as for coffee, do I have any other choice when you can't manage our finances properly? Preventing me from indulging in expensive bottles of wine.
Are these truly your thoughts? Why have you kept them hidden all these years?
What's the point of talking to you when you are the root of the problem? You're a useless wife who can't earn money or take care of the house. Your meager salary from that lowly job isn't even enough for me to buy cigars every month.
How dare you say that?
But with Beth, it's a completely different story. She earns a lot from her own company. So we dine at the most expensive and luxurious restaurants every day. Did you know that the price of one meal could cover your entire month's worth of food? She buys me clothes from renowned stores, tailored suits. And when it comes to drinks, it's like a living dream. Enjoying Weasel coffee and fine wines daily. This is a dream life I've always desired.
Are you willing to give up the person you truly love for such shallow things? Are you absolutely sure about this decision, Luke? But remember, once you make this choice, there's no turning back.
Oh, are you kidding me? Why should I choose between being with a pile of trash or a pile of money? That's the dumbest question I've ever heard. Of course I will divorce you and soon marry Beth.
Fine. If that's what you want, I will leave.
What? Is it really that simple? No pleading, no tears, no begging for me to stay?
Why should I cling to a man who no longer loves me? I only ask those questions to help you be more certain of your decision. And it seems you're so sure of it that there's nothing more for me to say.
Oh, you accept this quicker than I thought. I expected you to cry, to rush to me and kneel, begging for my forgiveness.
Why would I do that? But before I leave, let me tell you one thing. Never dare to insult me or my work again. You claim that I'm useless because I earn a little money and it inconveniences you? Well, let me remind you that from the beginning of our marriage until now, you have never contributed your salary to cover the necessary expenses in this house. As for your salary, you always spend it on yourself. So I always have to think twice before spending anything. If you want a more comfortable life, why don't you work harder instead of solely focusing on scolding me?
What? How dare you criticize me now? I'm starting to see more and more that my decision to divorce was the right one.
You don't have to be in such a rush, but it seems you have forgotten one thing. This house belongs to your mother, my mother-in-law, so you have no right to kick me out. I'll leave when I hear Victoria herself telling me to go.
You're so stubborn. Fine. If you don't go, then I will. I'm moving into Beth's house starting today. After I speak to my mom, she will undoubtedly defend me and kick you out.
That's up to you, but I'm certainly not leaving this house. Hey Quinn, are you busy this afternoon? It's been so long since we've spent time together. Let's go to the spa this afternoon. Oh, hi Victoria. Are you asking me to go to the spa with you? It seems like you still don't know what's going on. Huh? What do you mean by that? What's happening that I don't know about? I think it would be better for Luke to tell you about it. No, Quinn, I need you to tell me right now. Why am I, your mother-in-law, always the last to know about anything? If you really want to know, your son Luke wants a divorce from me. So soon, I won't be your daughter-in-law anymore. What? Why would something like this happen? Did you and Luke have a conflict? You guys should sit down and try to work it out slowly. Why do we have to part ways like this? In any marriage, conflicts arise, and compromise is essential, Quinn. No, it's not like that, Mom. He never showed any signs before, always presenting himself as a devoted family man, but suddenly, Luke told me that he found his true love. He wants me to divorce him and give her the position of his wife. He calls me useless, ugly, and lowly, claiming that I could never compare to his mistress. Luke even wanted to kick me out of the house. What? Am I seeing this correctly? Or is it some kind of mistake? Does my son, Luke, have a mistress? How dare he ask you to leave the house so he can bring that woman into my home instead of kneeling down and begging for your forgiveness? Oh my gosh, what is happening? This must be a dream. No, it feels like a nightmare. I wish it were just a dream too, but unfortunately, it's all true. A few days ago, Luke and I officially signed the divorce papers, and he has already submitted them. So where is Luke? Why didn't he tell me anything about this? Oh, I'm losing my mind here. I never expected to raise such a terrible person as my son. Just wait until I see him. I'll make him kneel down and apologize to you. Mom, I appreciate your support, but I don't need Luke's apology. I don't want to reconcile with him either. Once there's an affair, there's no turning back. No trust left. I'm just sad that we can't continue our conversations like before. I'm stunned. Why can't we continue talking? What does divorce have to do with our relationship? Mom, since Luke and I are divorced, technically, you're no longer my mother-in-law. Our connection is tied through him. And besides, I think it's best if I leave the house. No, Quinn, you're not going anywhere. This is my house, and I have the right to decide who stays. You have been a part of our family, and that won't change because of this divorce. In fact, I want to let you know that I've decided to let you inherit this house in the future. You'll always have a place here. Mom, I don't know what to say. I never expected this. Thank you. But are you sure about this? Quinn, I want to make something clear. I am absolutely certain that I will never accept Luke's mistress as my daughter-in-law. To me, you are my own daughter, and nothing can change that. Mom, your words mean so much to me. I'm truly touched. But I'm also worried about how things will be once Luke finds out about our conversation. You don't have to worry, Quinn. I don't need to wait for Luke to know. I will personally go and confront him and that other woman. I won't let them get away with what they've done. Do you happen to know anything about this woman? I only know that her name is Beth, and they seem to work in the same company. Luke mentioned that she's the daughter of the company's director. That's enough information for me. I will take matters into my own hands and fight for justice, even if I have to stand in as your advocate, Quinn. I will not only confront Luke and his mistress, but I will also make sure they are put to shame. They will witness the depth of my disappointment and anger. I won't hold back my tears or my pleas for them to understand the pain they've caused. Mom, I appreciate your support and willingness to stand up for me. It means the world to me, but please be careful. Let's handle this situation with caution. Don't worry, Quinn. I will be careful, but I won't back down. I will protect you as my own daughter, and together we will fight for what's right.
Quinn! What did you say to my mother that made her act so thoughtlessly and cruelly against her own son? Did you manipulate her? You're nothing but a venomous snake. I used to feel sorry for you, but now it all makes sense.
Luke, you've completely lost your mind. What in the world are you accusing me of? How dare you speak about your mother in such a disrespectful manner? What has she done to deserve this from you?
Don't play dumb with me. You're the one who poisoned my mother's mind with your lies. You told her about my affair with Beth and our plans to get married, didn't you? You filled her head with wicked thoughts to provoke her into confronting me and causing chaos.
Why would I waste my time on something as useless as you? Your delusions know no bounds, Luke. I have no interest in stooping to such petty games. But if your mother came to you angry, what did she do to upset you and unleash her wrath on me?
Are you still pretending you know nothing? Mom went to the company today to find me. In the parking lot, she took a golf club and smashed the expensive luxury car that Beth had just bought me. And that was only the beginning. She hurled eggs and tomatoes at me, right in front of all my colleagues, shouting that we were a disgraceful couple, engaged in an affair while I was still married.
Oh my God!
And when Beth tried to intervene, she grabbed her by the hair and refused to let go, loudly proclaiming that we were a goddamn couple, having an affair while I was still married. Do you realize that everyone there started recording the whole scene on their phones? Now my reputation and image are ruined. Even Beth wants to call off the wedding. And her father wants to fire me. It's all your fault!
What? Did Victoria truly go to such extremes? I never anticipated she would. But where is she now? Why haven't I heard from her?
Fortunately, someone called the police, and she was taken to the station. But do you think this will deter me from achieving my dreams? Absolutely not. I've convinced Beth and her father that our wedding will proceed as planned. In the end, I'm the winner.
Unbelievable! You left your own mother alone at the police station, and here you are arrogantly boasting to me about your wretched life? You're not just a failed husband, but also a disgraceful and heartless son.
This is all you're doing. You corrupted my mother's mind with your malicious lies. If you know something, go and bail her out yourself. I'm busy enjoying the spoils of shopping with Beth, trying on a wedding attire. My dream is about to become a reality. Oh, and don't even think about showing up at my wedding. Only those of noble stature will be in attendance. I don't want them to know I once associated with a destitute person like you.
You are beyond despicable. Karma will come soon, and then one day you will be on your knees begging me.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it too.
Quinn, we don't have any more time to waste. Get dressed now. We're going out. Victoria, what's the rush? What's going on? There's no time to explain all the details. Just know that we have a mission to accomplish. You need to get your nails done, your hair styled, and a facial. I've already scheduled your haircut, and we only have 20 minutes to get to the salon. We also have to find the most stunning dress for you. Move, we only have a few hours to do all this. I won't accept any delays. I still don't understand what's going on. Why do I need all these preparations? Where are we going? Oh, we're going to my ungrateful son's wedding. I want to show him what he's lost and make him regret his actions. Are we really going to Luke's wedding? What for? Crashing his wedding? Please don't tell me you're planning to cause trouble or confront him and his wife again. Victoria, you were already arrested once, and I don't want to have to bail you out again. Oh, come on now. I'm a 70-year-old harmless little woman. I don't have the strength or energy to engage in battles like that. I simply want to bring my daughter along and show everyone how beautiful you are. And perhaps deliver a little speech? Huh? I still don't fully understand. But if you want to attend and bless your son, then go ahead. Don't worry about me. I know you're not to blame for all this, and every mother wants to bless her son on his wedding day. What on earth are you thinking? Why would I bless that ungrateful son? I just want someone to accompany me. But Luke specifically told me not to go to his wedding. Since when do you listen to your ex-husband more than this old woman? Besides, I'm not asking you to go as my ex-daughter-in-law. You are my daughter, my only daughter. But Victoria, why are you suddenly being so kind to me? People often say that daughters-in-law are strangers, and mothers-in-law can be difficult and rebellious. But since becoming your daughter-in-law, you've never been harsh with me. Instead, you've been protective and loving. You may not know this, but my own mother-in-law was just as strict and difficult as you described. During that time, I lived in constant misery. She controlled everything in the house, and your father-in-law never stood up against her. She controlled all the finances. I remember one incident when I was pregnant with Luke. My mother-in-law made me walk 2 miles to the supermarket to save on gas money. It was a hot summer day, and I was exhausted, so I used some spare change to buy an ice cream. But when I got home, my mother-in-law found out that I was short on money, and she scolded me harshly. She even pushed me, and I almost had a miscarriage. Oh my God. I had no idea you went through such hardships. I couldn't, Quinn. I was trapped in a difficult situation with no support. I was young and didn't have the strength to protest against her. But now, as your mother, I want to protect you and ensure you never go through what I experienced. That's why I won't let anyone mistreat you. Why didn't you stand up for yourself? At that time, the thinking of women at the time was completely different than from today. I was a daughter-in-law. I did not have the right to say anything. Otherwise, I would be judged as spoiled, would have been beaten. So when I was exposed to New Age thinking, that women are the only ones with rights to themselves, I bravely took Luke away and away from that nightmare house. And I promised myself that, in the future, I will treat my daughter-in-law well, cherish, and always protect her. I never knew you had to go through such miserable days. Why have you never mentioned that? What's the point of repeating the old move? Is it possible to change anything in the past? Ugh, come on, enough cheesy. Oh no, we're late for our salon appointment. We have to go now. Get ready, I'll come and pick you up right away.
Quinn, you witch! How dare you do that to me?
What's the matter, Luke? I thought you were happily enjoying your dream wedding with Beth. Why didn't you marry her yesterday, just as you always wanted? Why are you here now, blaming me and asking me to act like nothing happened?
Do you really think my wedding is still going on smoothly after you brought my mother here to cause chaos? Why would you go to such lengths? Are you trying to ruin my life completely? You know very well how hot-tempered my mother can be. When she despises someone, she will go to great lengths to seek revenge. You knew she planned to sabotage my wedding, and instead of stopping her, you went along with it.
What are you trying to talk about?
Why did you wear a wedding dress at my wedding? Why did you hire a group of clowns to perform? Why did you allow my mother to say such nasty things about me and Beth, in front of all of the guests? Why didn't you intervene or at least warn me about this crazy plan?
Oh, come on. Why are you so concerned? Can't you see that everyone at the wedding is actually enjoying the entertainment? The guests are laughing and having a good time with the clowns. You have no idea how much effort Victoria put into finding them.
Do you think my wedding is some kind of joke? So why did you have the audacity to wear a wedding dress at my wedding? What delusions are you harboring about our broken marriage.
Oh, please. I just wanted to experience what I never got to enjoy. Remember when we got married before? It was just a simple registration and a small gathering with our families. You thought it was a waste of money and unnecessary. But now that you're getting married for the second time, you're throwing this extravagant event. I simply think it's unfair that I didn't get what I deserved.
Then why did you let my mother insult and humiliate me and Beth in front of all those people? She called Beth a manipulative fox who destroys other people's happiness. She called me a useless husband who preys on wealthy women for a living. She even accused me of being an ungrateful son for having her sent to prison. Do you realize that after hearing those words, all my friends, colleagues, and business partners looked down on me? Beth's father was furious and declared the marriage was annulled. There are even rumors that I've been fired. My own mother has cut ties with me and decided to leave all her assets to you. This is all your fault.
Why is it my fault that your mother is only speaking the truth? You want intense, Luke? Fine, let's talk about the truth. The truth is that you betrayed me, your wife of 3 years, for your own selfish desires. You threw away our marriage and our history together as if it meant nothing. And now you have the audacity to blame me for everything that has happened?
Don't twist the narrative, Quinn. You know very well that our marriage was already broken. We were unhappy. And I found someone who made me feel alive again.
Unhappy? Is that your excuse for cheating on me? Instead of communicating, working on our issues, and finding a solution together, you chose to cheat and break our sacred vows. You didn't even have the decency to tell me the truth until you wanted a divorce.
What I know now is that you made my life miserable. Miserable like this. You must take responsibility. Now I have no home to go back to because my mother blocked my door and she said she will give you the right to inherit 2 houses. And if I dare to come and bother you, she will call the police. Beth has already taken back everything she bought for me. I don't even have a job. My savings have been poured into buying gifts for Beth to please her. My friends and colleagues ignore me. They don't even answer my phone. Now I have nowhere else to go. You must help me.
Huh? Why should I help a jerk who broke my heart and looked down on me?
Oh, come on. I'm sure you still have feelings for me, right? Quinn, you looked so beautiful yesterday. I've never seen you like that in our 3 years of marriage. Now I realize that you're the woman I love the most. What happened with Beth was just a fleeting attraction and made me say the wrong things to you. Can we go back to how things used to be, Quinn? To the days when we were happy together.
Are you joking? We're already divorced.
No, I'm telling the truth. Seeing you so beautiful yesterday made me realize that I've always loved you. I want to come back to you. It's true that I filed for divorce, but we're not officially divorced yet, right? We still have a chance to reconcile and be together again. And maybe you can help me convince Mom to forgive me too.
Wake up, Luke. Why should I help you when this is exactly what I wanted to happen to you?
Huh?
Oh, come on. There were clear signs that even a blind person could see that you were having an affair. For over a month, you consistently came home late from work, claiming it was because of a new project at the company. But you seem to forget that our neighbor's husband is your colleague, and his wife often goes for a morning jog with me. She mentioned that her husband said the company didn't have any major projects, and he still came home on time. Or did you change companies without telling me?
So what? Why didn't you think that I was going out with friends after work and lied to you to avoid your nagging?
Because every time you came home, you reeked of women's perfume. And on at least 5 occasions, I noticed lipstick stains on your shirt collar. So where were you and your friends gathering to have those things? Besides, you don't have any female friends close enough to hug and kiss you like that, do you?
That's not even proof.
Oh, really? But I once accidentally saw you and your lover hugging and kissing in the car in front of your company when I came to bring you lunch. And from that moment on, I knew our marriage couldn't continue.
So why are you acting ignorant and shocked when I mentioned wanting a divorce? When you already know everything?
Because I had a plan to punish you, to make you kneel down and beg me. I played the role of a betrayed wife so that my mother-in-law would sympathize with me and feel jealous for me. That way, I wouldn't have to dirty my hands and physically confront you and your lover. And now I see you miserable, begging me, just as I intended.
What, so you used my mother as a tool for revenge? How dare you manipulate her like that? Just wait until my mom finds out about this. She'll be furious and kick you out of the house and take my side again. Haha!
Is that so? Well, good luck with that. But it seems you're a little late to the party. Yesterday, on my way back from your wedding, I couldn't bear the guilt any longer and I confessed everything to your mother. Surprisingly, she understood my feelings perfectly and was actually quite pleased that I remembered her in such difficult times. She also mentioned how gratifying it would be to punish you and that girl personally.
No, this can't be the truth. You're just lying to me. She's my mom. She would never harm her own child.
Believe what you want, Luke. The truth has a way of revealing itself, and it seems you're about to experience the consequences of your actions. Let's see who comes out on top in the end. Once upon a time, in the aftermath of all the drama, things took an unexpected turn. Luke, in his foolish rage, decided to break into my house, only to be mistaken for a burglar by nosy neighbors. The poor guy ended up getting himself arrested by the police. Talk about a major backfire. But the real twist came from Victoria, my ex-mother-in-law turned ally. She saw everything go down and realized how much of a mess her son had made. In an act of sweet revenge, she suggested that I sue Luke for vandalism and trespassing. Oh, the irony! It was time for him to face the music and pay for his reckless behavior. Amidst all the chaos, Victoria and I formed an unexpected bond. Our relationship evolved into something resembling a true mother-daughter connection. She became the support and love I had always longed for. It was a silver lining in the midst of the storm, a ray of hope in the darkness. And then, out of the blue, Victoria played matchmaker and introduced me to the son of my best friend. Who would have thought? As we spent time together, we discovered a genuine connection and embarked on a journey of healing and happiness. It was like a twist of fate, bringing us closer and giving us a chance at a brighter future.